Hey, what's up guys? SciTech City back again with another video. This time bringing you guys a quadcopter from a company called Holystone. And the model number for this is M62R. The R is missing there, but the actual model number is M62R. The M62 comes with an LED in place of the camera module, but the M62R, which is what we have here, comes with the camera. So let's first look at the controller of the quadcopter. As you can see, it's nothing complicated, and actually it takes the dimensions and overall shape that's extremely similar to those of a Xbox 360 controller. I personally really enjoy using this controller because being a beginner to quadcopters, the controller is very easy to understand and use. And that is actually the main purpose of this quadcopter. It is sort of your gateway, if you will, to getting into that fantastical world of drones and quadcopters. I'll get more into that later in the video. So anyways, this controller takes 4 AA batteries, as you can see here. And of course the best source for these batteries, for AA batteries, is the dollar store, because these controllers, this quadcopter didn't come with the AA batteries provided. The controller is very comfortable to hold, as I said earlier. On the left we have a thumbstick, and this thumbstick controls the up and down motion and the rotation. So if you hold it this way, it's going to rotate counterclockwise. If you hold it this way, it's going to rotate clockwise. So that's called the yaw of the quadcopter, and just a technical term. On the right, we have another thumbstick, and this thumbstick controls the pitch. If you don't know what that is, the pitch basically means the direction of the quadcopter. So if I push it forward, the quadcopter is going to go forward, because this is the front. This side is the front. And backward, of course, it's going to go back, and so on. Now all the buttons below the thumbsticks right here do a lot of things. On the right, we have 4 arrow buttons for forward, backward, right, and left fine-tuning. The middle button here changes the mode. There are 3 modes in this quadcopter. If I turn this on, the default, it's not connected here. Hang on one sec. Let me just connect it quickly. That's how you connect it. Anyway, so the red LED indicates that it's the 360 eversion mode, and if I press the mode button, the LED changes to a blue, and that means it's in recording mode. And if I press it again, it's red and blue. That's just the same recording mode as the previous mode. I don't know why they included 2 same modes in here, but that's how it is. So in the red mode, you can do some really nice flips in midair, and of course in recording mode you can take photos or videos. Now on the left, we have left and right arrow keys for turn left and right fine tuning, respectively, and the up arrow key takes a photo, and the down arrow key starts and stops taking a video when the quadcopter is in video mode, which is either this or this, like I mentioned. And on the top of the the controller, one sec, let me just switch this off. On the top of the controller, we have 2 more buttons that are black. When the quadcopter is in 360 eversion mode, and the left button right here is held, and then this is either push down, left, right, or up, the quadcopter will do a 360 version. Now on the right over here, we have another black button, and this is the rate button. There are two rates for this quadcopter, low and high. And the default will be low, and when you press it, makes a double beep noise, and that means it's in high mode, and if you press it again, a single beep means that it's in low rate mode. So when you feel that you would need the quadcopter to be more sensitive to your controls, you would activate the high mode, just like that, by pressing the button. I personally found myself using the high rate mode when there was a lot of wind, because when there's a lot of wind, this this is gonna, like, being a lightweight quadcopter and a small one, it's gonna just fly away. So if you increase the sensitivity and control the pitch, it's gonna more aggressively fight the wind and go in the desired direction. Okay, so that's the controller. It's a pretty nice controller overall. Now in the package, we also get some other contents as well. In this bag here, let me just open it up and spill out the contents to show you guys. In this bag, we first of all get a set of propellers. So 4 extra propellers, which of course replace these 4 propellers here. 2 for the front and 2 for the back, just in case your propellers get lost or get damaged. And I noticed that the propellers tend to loosen up a bit and get out of position easily. So it is possible that you might lose them, especially since they're so small. So make sure you occasionally check the quadcopter and really press the propellers into their positions tightly, like so. And when taking off the propellers, you can use the provided wrench here. One sec, let me just take it out of the bag. And like so, you can just easily pop it off. And if you need a new one, you can just put it in there. So that's a wrench for taking the propellers off. And this quadcopter also comes with these prop guards. Now, and as well as landing gear that you can optionally attach to the quadcopter. Now, one word of the warning is that the landing gear, once they're attached, they're in really tightly. So you'll probably have to decide if you're really going to want the landing gear to be there forever or not. Because the way this attaches to the quadcopter is that it has these 2 legs, and when they're pushed in, they come together and like they expand inside. So if you want to take these off, you have to actually take apart the whole quadcopter. So one word of caution. Now, I was able to get around 6 minutes and 20 seconds with the prop guards and landing gear off, and 6 minutes of flight time with the prop guards and landing gear on. So flight performance and flight time aren't really affected by the extra attachments here, and that's why I decided to put the landing gear on. The prop guards, I didn't really find them useful since the propellers are relatively very sturdy, and they don't seem like they're gonna break, and I have extra ones anyway. So, but it looks cooler with these on. Now, and finally, we also get in the package here, we also get a 512 megabyte micro SD card used for saving photos and videos taken from the quadcopter. However, I recommend you to purchase a high-speed micro SD card if you're planning to buy this quadcopter, because the provided micro SD card here, the video footages taken actually skipped, meaning that some parts of the video footages were taken out. So you'll need a higher quality micro SD card if you really want to take some serious footages and photos. And we also have a USB adapter that works just fine. So you put the micro, can you focus? You put the micro SD card in there and you plug it into the computer and you can transport your files. Now, as for the battery of the quadcopter, it comes included in this here. So you turn this little notch and it opens up and it's packed in there very, very tightly. So you'll need to use something like the provided screwdriver for taking out the wire and disconnecting this to charge it via this included USB cable. So you'll need to attach one end to here when you're charging it and plug this into a wall adapter, which is not included unfortunately, or your computer. And when it's being charged, the LED will be off on here, and when it's fully charged, the red LED on the USB itself will light up. And finally, it also comes with an extra battery door just in case it comes off of your quadcopter and you lose it. Okay. So having a look at the quadcopter itself, it features solid plastic construction all around and resembles the look of a phantom quadcopter very much. Just in case you don't know, a phantom quadcopter is a very high quality quadcopter. Of course, it's much bigger than this. It's like the size of the box over there. And it costs like $2,000 or something. But anyways, looks very similar to that, and it's very, very cool. The landing gear looks cool. The camera module right below the quadcopter. Yeah, everything looks very, very nice and sturdy. And on the bottom, we have an on and off switch here that switches the quadcopter on and off. And as you just saw there's two green LEDs for the front and two red LEDs for the back that flash either when they're not connected to the controller or when the quadcopter is low on battery. And they help you see the quadcopter in the dark, so that's great. Now, beside on the other side of here, there's a micro SD card slot where you push the micro SD card in. Let me just quickly demonstrate that. I know this video is getting a bit long, but okay, so just push it in like that. And you're good to go. And of course, as you saw just now, there's the camera module. Now, one word of caution is that the camera angle, as you can see, is very angled down quite a bit. So when it's like, how do I explain this? When it's like this, the camera is actually pointing at this angle. So it's very, very steep, the angle. So it's going to record not what you would normally expect. You have to get used to the angle, but that's not a big deal, just a word of caution. Now, I wasn't really expecting much quality from this camera module, considering the fact that this quadcopter with the camera module and everything is $70. But I was actually really blown away by the quality of this camera, because the camera quality was actually really good. When I played it back on my computer, I could actually tell what the objects in the videos were, and the frame rate was good. When I used the proper micro SD card, there was no skipping of the video footages, and overall the quality was just excellent. Now, to talk more about the quadcopter itself and the flight experience, after some crashes and drops, I can confidently say that the quadcopter was not damaged in any way at all. As you can see here, there's no visible damage at all. I mean, I don't know how, but this quadcopter is able to recover from hits and drops really well. So if it were to hit the ground or hit the wall, it would just recover and just keep flying like a champ and not take any permanent damage. Now, I do admit that the blades got bent in some way after multiple crashes, but they could be easily bent back since it's flexible plastic. And as you can clearly see, no major harm was done to it. So the flight experience with this quadcopter was absolutely amazing. And being a first-time quadcopter user, this was a great way to learn the basics and controls of flying a quadcopter with this controller. And of course, the quadcopter isn't perfect, with it being easily affected by moderate wind. But there's a lot to love about this quadcopter. Like I said, if you're either a hobbyist or just a photographer wanting to try flying quadcopters, this is the ultimate gateway to exposing yourself to world of quadcopters. And for $70, you really can't go wrong with this quadcopter. There's great quality camera, easy to understand controls, sturdy build quality, and versatility. So that was my review of the Holy Stone M62R quadcopter. I would definitely recommend this product. And if you enjoyed my video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and be sure to check out the quadcopter onboard footages on my YouTube channel. Peace out. Hey, what's up guys? It's SciTech City. I'm back. I'm with the quadcopter right now. So what you do to pair it with the quadcopter is you turn the controller and the quadcopter on, and you put it up and you put it down, and it's paired. So I'm just gonna give you a general flight experience. I'm in 3D version mode right now, as you can see from the red LED. I'm not gonna go into video mode or take any photos or videos in here. I already did that outside. You can check my onboard quadcopter footages on my channel. So here we go. So you use the right thumbstick to control the direction, and you turn this thing to, oh crap, I'm pretty bad at this. Okay, there, it's coming towards us. I'm going to try to safely land it. So I slowly, there we go. That's how you do it. And I'll just, so to turn it back around, I just press this. And I just use the right thumbstick here. Oh, not towards me. Crap. Okay, there we go. That was my okay flight experience with the Holy Stone M62R quadcopter. As you can see, just lying there beautifully. Beautiful. Okay, peace out.